Officials in Sangamon County, Illinois, have reached a $10 million settlement with the family of Sonya Massey. The 36-year-old woman was fatally shot by a sheriff's deputy in her home near Springfield last July. Massey had called 911 because she feared someone was trying to break into her home. The officer involved has been fired and is in jail as he awaits trial on a first-degree murder charge. Last month, the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office agreed to be monitored by the Justice Department. It followed a CBS News investigation detailing dozens of allegations of officer misconduct going back 2 decades. CBS News national correspondent Jerika Duncan spoke with the county's new sheriff for a 3-part report.
Does this office have a policing problem?
I don't think that the sheriff's office has a policing problem. Do you run into bad employees? Probably every agency has had those people.
Anna Schecter joins us now on set. She's a senior coordinating producer for CBS News' Crime and Public Safety Unit. Anna, what more can you tell us about the $10 million settlement?
Well, the county has just agreed today to pay $10 million. That's a huge number to Sonya Massey's family for the tragic and brutal killing in her own kitchen last July. So on Tuesday, this coming week, we're going to find out if the county approves that. There's a county meeting. They will vote on the approval. And this money is supposed to come out of funds. There's a special trust that pays out funds for liabilities like this. It's unclear if they have the money for that. So that's another big question. Members of the county board are asking themselves, like, do we even have the funds to pay this out? Obviously, there's huge community support for this. There's national support for this. There was a national outcry when that body cam footage was released showing Deputy Sean Grayson pulling the trigger, shooting her and killing her in July.
What have you learned from the CBS investigation into Sangamon County and the Sheriff's Office?
Well, right after the shooting, our team started to dig in. So we had a couple producers, Aaron Couchy and Cassandra Gauthier, pulling FOIAs, pulling documents.
FOIAs meaning?
FOIAs, Freedom of Information Act requests, trying to obtain documents, video, footage, complaints against the sheriff's office. And what we were able to find were 50 allegations of civil rights abuses. So anything from excessive use of force to wrongful death in custody, civil rights violations. Those are...
What time frame are we talking about?
Looking at the last 20 years, going back to 2004.
Is that a high number?
So that's a great question. For a county of about 190,000 people, it sounds high. It's really hard to get this data. So it was a tremendous effort to just obtain all of this from this one county. We don't have a comparison for every county of the same size around the country, which, you know, that's worthy work that we should be doing. What this investigation has revealed to me is just how little oversight these police departments and sheriff's offices actually have, and there's very little accountability. What we know is the Department of Justice entered into a monitoring agreement with the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, and that's one of fewer than a dozen that the DOJ has engaged on with sheriff's offices around the country. So it's not very often that the Department of Justice will step in and say, hey, you have a problem. We hear about these headlines, but it actually doesn't happen very often. So these numbers are actually hard to get.
What is the status of that DOJ investigation?
Well, it's on pause. It's up in the air right now because the Trump administration has ordered a review of all such agreements entered into in the last 90 days of the Biden administration. So the community members, the newly formed Massey Commission that was formed in the wake of her killing, they were the ones who called on DOJ to investigate. They don't really know what the status is. I spoke with the new Sheriff Paula Crouch earlier this week, and she said she is going to continue implementing new training and try to make improvements regardless of whether the Trump administration continues on their side of the agreement.
Anna Schecter, thank you.